everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Marcus Drake, and we're about to do some Tales of Arise. Last time we beat Kelzelik's little monster. Hi, Doug.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
And then we made our way to the next area, but we have not really seen many people in this area. I think we ran into one group, and that was about it. So, we're going to see more of what's going on. So we're supposed to go that way. Apparently I hit snooze instead of stop before. Alright, so we're just gonna go that way. Actually, let me grab my drink real quick before I do that. How's everybody doing today? Okay. There's something over there. There was something over here. I found some chicken in a box. These are the headquarters of the Darkwings. Right now, these are temporary accommodations. At some point, I imagine we'll build something better and move into that.
So you're elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that.
Not every Dahnan is a good guy.
Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you rat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you? So you're the one who took down the lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. The chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll
Can't see
get
that,
what's
but
coming to her.
we have a porch.
I
And there's
wouldn't
two
be so
cats
sure.
just sitting at the
She
windowsill.
may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Dahnans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough!
This guy
You're
is...
really fighting for us Dahnans. Why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Is that the case, huh? Tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. Scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now!
But not every Renan is a bad guy, just like not every Dahnan is a good guy.
Maybe it's 'cause you know a little
Hi,
late.
Joe.
Our friends anymore.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough.
Dedyme, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm, and don't ever come back. This is Dahnans' realm, and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here, and I make the rules. I do, Dedyme, leader of the Dark Way!
Yes! Dedyme! Liberator Dedyme! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any
Oh
bright
boy.
eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last bright eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Dedyme representing the dregs of humanity.
Hey, wait up. Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renin pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Dedyme said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Dedyme mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Dedyme.
This isn't Dedyme's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours.
Good to know.
We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems.
That's fair.
And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
It's a fair question.
Believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Even Rinwell is learning something.
Let's head on over to that lodge.
Because she's the one with the
What our next
biggest
move is there.
prejudice against Renans out of this group. So for somebody else to just go, look, you don't have to like Renans as a whole, but you don't have to hate the ones that you haven't met.
I get the feeling Dedyme signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule.
Yeah.
Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know.
Also true.
How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Dahnans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Dedyme might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Dahnans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. That's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
There's a heavy hitter there.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Dedyme managed to drive out a real live Renin lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renins are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Dedyme, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
True.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Dedyme and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
He didn't really get to meet his dad all that much. He escaped away to, he escaped out of Calaglia, and then
The city
he
is
met Zephyr,
liberated,
and then
yet
Zephyr
the
died.
air still hums with fear and anxiety.
Met's the wrong
It
word.
reminds me all too well of how Vicent once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Dahnans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renin culture
He's very
is
well
like.
read. Loquaciousness is not
Even
a
though the Renins destroyed all of
common
our arts
word.
and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
I feel like Rinwell is learning the most here. Sigh. Why does everybody have to be such cowards? If you don't get this taken care of, things are never going to change.
What's wrong?
What's got you down, friend? Zoogles, that's what. A pretty common variety of them, to be more specific. Rumors say it was the Lord's favorite kind of Zoogle, so people are afraid to go anywhere near them.
All right.
I can understand their hesitation. If you need them gone, we're more than capable of taking care of them for you.
What the?
Hold on, pal. Why don't we just exterminate them? If you could bring back any usable materials from them, that'd be great too. You want us to retrieve Zoogle parts? For what? Are you building something? Not building. Studying. If I can demonstrate that even fearsome, dangerous Zoogles can be used to make handy tools, that'll motivate people to hunt them more. We can't always expect folks like you to come along and solve all our problems for us, after all. So you're trying to be more self-sufficient. That's very commendable of you.
Hey,
Actually, about those materials you're looking for, this isn't what you're talking about, is it? Oh yeah, it totally is. Could I convince you to share what you have with me? 3 demi-human muscles. Yeah, that's
good.
fine. Yeah, go ahead and help yourself. I'd rather it go to someone who can use it than it keep weighing us down. Great! You're one generous bunch of people, you know that? Now, to see just what I can turn all of this into. I'm sure I'll be able to make something useful. Thank you so much. That was easy. Ooh, and a new recipe. I actually think that's an important recipe too, because I thought I saw something with one of the skill trees about making roasted chicken. I saw this all over there. There we go. There we go.
I
Let's
see
say, I think
someone
it's-
who looks troubled about something.
I saw that too. I sure wish there was more to go around.
Oh yeah?
What are you talking about? Our rations. We're always running short on them. It's never enough to be comfortable. We could really do with some rice, potatoes, beef, and some spices in particular. Well, apparently, we
How's
have
this?
it. If that's what you need, we've got some right here. Is this enough? Whoa, you're so generous, thank you. Yes, that'd help a lot. I don't have much to offer in return, but I'll teach you my family's secret recipe if you like. Ooh, curry.
Great!
Ooh, this sounds delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it. I bet, Shion. Doesn't look all that hard to fix either.
Hey,
Hey, Kasar, if it's really that simple, would you teach me how to cook it? Wow, you're actually interested in making food now, not just eating it? What does it matter to you? I just like to put a certain someone in his place for complaining about my cooking earlier. Well, I'd love to teach you, but my training isn't going to be easy. Think you're ready?
really?
Is that serious? Sure, I guess. Hit me with what you've got. But promise me you won't tell anyone when I ask this, okay? My lips are sealed. But in return, you have to call me Captain while we're training. Deal?
What?
What? Okay. Captain. You're supposed to say, yes, Captain.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
All right.
Now we can begin your training.
Right.
I see you have some freshly caught fish there. Perfect. We'll use that as well.
Really?
What? But the recipe doesn't call for fish.
What?
Are you trying to talk back to your superior? No, ma'am. You're supposed to say, yes, Captain.
Huh?
What? Oh, it's a new quest. What? What?
All right.
Good, it looks like you have everything we need. Now we dive into the culinary trenches.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
Over there.
Is that how you hold a knife? What are you trying to do, Private? Dance with it?
Huh?
No, of course. You're supposed to say, yes, Captain.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
All right.
Pay attention. Turn up that fire. Boil that water. You don't have time to let your eyes wander.
Yes.
Yes, Captain. It's all finished.
Huh.
So it is. Its flavor and presentation get a passing grade. You've got promise. But there's still room for improvement. You'll have to keep training every day. Do I make myself clear?
All right.
Yes, Captain. Guess I've got a long way to go before my food is perfect, but I'll show him. One day my food will taste so good it'll knock his armor off. Alphen. Thought it was gonna be Law, but no, that's Alphen. She's got determination.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
That's funny. Well, I can at least make that one. And nothing here is something I don't have, so We'll make another one just in case. Huh, never got the granite thing. Interesting. Oh, because of the fact that he's wearing them, I can't take them. But not having that granite thing is killing me. I really want the feline bastion. I really like the cat shield. I like it. Alright, well. That is everything that I can do there for now.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Interesting. I didn't notice that before. But every version of it actually gets you something different. Hold off for now.
That Dedyme creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Dedyme and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
I'm also worried what might happen to her
You
if
make a good point, Rinwell.
Dahnans get her.
Maybe I'm
Because
just being
Dedyme is...
overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Dedyme just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia.
It's fair. Uh-oh. This looks like trouble.
Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know? Maybe even lean on me a little, if you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Probably not.
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Esta Luva.
So we'll probably go back out over here first, because back here on the ridge, I want to check this out and get this fire.
Forest. Next time, pay attention.
That being said, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and... I don't know what's in that whole area.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Dark Mark. Well, now I'm curious as to what that does. Nope, we're doing this one. I don't know if there's any way for me to tell what that does. Was that not the thing? Skill panel. Or did I hit someone else? Meal cooked roasted chicken. Isn't that what I just did? Maybe it has to be on a fire for it to count. We'll go this way and grab that person, and then we're gonna fast travel to the ridge. Pardon me.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cutest.
Wonder Bard. Up and Mimi go. I knew fate would bring us together once more.
Well,
Remind me, you're that Wonder guy, is it? I am the minstrel who tells many a tale about this fleeting world in which we live. They call me the Wonder Bard. Right. You. I remember you.
I see.
I believe we haven't had the pleasure, sir. You may call me Dohalim. You claim to be a minstrel. Is that to say you're well versed in music? Oh, but I am indeed. There isn't a song I haven't sung, nor an instrument my hands have not mastered. I see. As it so happens, I am also a connoisseur of music myself. Is that so? Perhaps I could trouble you with a little rendition, kind sir. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Alas, unfortunately, I do not have any instruments on me, but I'll be more than happy to indulge you with a short poem. In this sea of crimson trees, I spy an unknown fellow, standing free within the breeze. Oh, Donna mio, your words are like music to my ears. You have quite the rare talent, sir, I must say. You really think so? That I do, and now I must return the favor in kind. Where do I begin, faced with such wit? Indeed, words fail me. I am at a loss. For what can I say but gracias?
Oh.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, you, sir, have thrown down the gauntlet. Allow me to...
That's great.
I can't take any more of this. We're leaving Dohalim. You're welcome to catch up with us later.
Excuse me.
Wait! Don't leave yet! With so many brilliant minds among you, perhaps I can entrust you all with the legendary instrument. What are you talking about? I hid a musical instrument knowing that one day I would meet a worthy inheritor. You'll find out the location detailed in these notes. But be warned, only the smartest shall solve the riddles contained within. Now I ask you, O chosen ones, will you take it upon yourselves to solve the riddles and uncover the legendary instrument? Oh boy. Sure. This talk of riddles and instruments has me most intrigued.
Good.
Very well, we accept your challenge. Excellent. I have complete faith that you shall emerge victorious. Okay.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
Before we beat the last, before we go to beat the last boss, I will go and take the time to do more of the side quests and get those done.
Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
Ooh, astral ore, level 4.
What's that big tower over there?
Level 3 inhibitor crystal. Oh, interesting. Okay.
I hate camping out.
Yes, we wish to rest.
Guess I'll polish up my sword.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Nagal and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Dahnans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Dahnan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
True.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hoodle's wings aren't even black.
Let's try this again. I don't have the seed room, that's why.
That came out great. Everyone's gonna be real surprised.
Yeah, I wonder if I accidentally hit the everyone else before.
Hey, what's the smoke? Is it an enemy attack?
Okay, there we go.
Seriously, it's making my eyes and throat burn. What the hell is going on?
It's probably some sort of gas. Try not to breathe it in as much as you can manage.
Gas? Those cowards!
Isn't this just cooking smoke?
What kind of food makes your throat burn so bad just from the smoke?
I believe Alphen is.
They're trying to gas Alphen?
What? Those sick bastards! I won't let them get away with this!
Calm yourselves and listen. I was simply trying to say that Alphen is the one cooking.
Oh?
Maybe I should throw in some more spices, just for that extra kick. Yeah, that'll help. Think I'll turn up the heat while I'm at it, too. Oh, crap. The spice is burned. Well, at least the meat's coming along nicely. All right. Now I just flip it over, and then...
Hey, Alphen? What are you doing over there?
I love how scared
Sheila,
she sounds.
Perfect timing. I actually just finished roasting up a chicken. Call everybody over so we can eat together. I used a ton of spices, so it's got a good punch to it. Might have overcooked it a little, but it should still taste good.
I'm starting to understand why your food always tastes so damn spicy now.
Hasn't anyone told him that it is actually possible to have too much of a good thing?
If that's the taste he truly wants, far be it from me to contradict. His cuisine is a rather delicate repast.
That's funny.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well,
I don't think you'd
it's
remember.
hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself.
So for those that don't know, Elda Menancia was kind of a paradise as far as compared to the other places. The Renans and the Dahnans worked side by side. It was,
it's
you know,
okay.
all pretty... Hey, there we go. Infernal tongue? That's funny. Recover. When flying, press... I think that's supposed to be shift. To recover and land without being downed. Neat. Anybody else have something cooking related that I can see? Items collected. Bibliophile. Training ground, that's owls. So I'm just looking to see favorite meals cooked 5. So I'm gonna want to cook different meals of hers.
Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Whee!
This way, I guess.
Damn it. Probably just can't do that yet. Alright, well, now that I know. Mountain base. Yes. There's a lot of places to go, so we're just gonna go ahead. Oh, we'll just go here then. And we'll just pick a direction and go until we find the right one.
Looks like we made it here in one peep.
Can I get in here yet? Okay, no, they have it locked, so I'm probably only gonna be able to go to the forest.
Got sand in my eyes.
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Poodle, don't get blown away, okay?
Maybe this isn't where I need to go.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
It's
Okay.
funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers.
Okay,
Let's
so
keep
this is the
moving.
right way.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Dahnans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was.
He seemed like a good guy.
I'd always
It
follow
was very
him
sad
around
when he
and
died.
badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Kitties.
Gil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
They have a point. Alright, let's pick this guy up first. Oh, it's that foodie again. I remember you. You're the young woman who's always starving. I haven't seen you since we last met in Menancia. You're the one who's always hungry. Anyway, I take it you found another recipe on your travels?
Very nice.
I most certainly did. I'm glad I can cut to the chase then.
That's so.
Shion, who might this fellow be? This is Gordino. He travels around Dana in search of new recipes to try.
Don't say.
A fine quest to embark on, if I do say so myself. My name is Dohalim, kind sir. Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Wow. The Dohalim? Lord of Elda Menancia? It's an honor, my lord. Your beef stew was absolutely exquisite.
I see.
You honor me, kind sir. However, how is it that you came by the palace's top secret dish?
Hey,
Anyway, what does you need from us this time exactly? Come on, spit it out. Right. This time I'm looking for lettuce, apples, and lemons. Can I ask you to bring those to me? And because of the fact that I take the time to grab everything, you have what you need. If that's all you're looking for, we've got it right.
Nice work.
In that case, I'll give you the recipe so you fine people can cook it right away.
oh?
Wow, this looks surprisingly simple. Even I might have a chance with this.
Very nice.
Wonderful! I'll leave the preparation up to you then.
Well,
Okay, it's all done.
Yes.
Oh, look at that beautiful dish. It smells just as divine too. Now to see how it tastes.
What?
What? This is absolutely exquisite. Exquisitely bad, that is. What? I assure you that I followed the recipe for this so-called vitamin smoothie to the letter. Taste it for yourself and then tell me if you're still confident in your concoction. Here. Alright. Down the hatch it goes.
I don't believe.
See what I mean? Makes you want to vomit, doesn't it?
All right.
Wait a second. I see a small warning affixed to the bottom of this recipe. Smoothies made entirely from veggies are recommended for experienced dieters only. Beginners should add fruit juice for flavor.
No.
Young miss, did you process only the lettuce, even though I asked you to prepare apples and lemons
Sure.
as well? Oh, come on. Who's going to notice a stupid warning label that tiny?
Really now.
Lesson learned, Shion. We'll just have to add fruit and attempt this once more. It's fine. It's the first time he's given a negative. Very well. Let's take it from the top.
What?
What? This is absolutely exquisite! Comparatively speaking, at least.
What?
You still don't sound all that enthused. Is this really the best recipe that Mahagsar has to offer? I believe so. When I first heard about this, it made me think of what I saw in Menancia. That combination of fruits and vegetables, it reminded me of Dahnans and Renans living together. I thought this recipe might capture such harmony.
Very nice.
If nothing else, it's the most healthy recipe you're sure to find out there. Indeed. I should be sure to drink it so as to ensure that precious harmony lives on, even within the confines of my stomach.
Yes.
Whew. Well, it's satisfying enough for the time being. I can now leave this realm with no regrets. It's time I leave in search of even greater cuisines. Farewell, my culinary comrades. Actually, one more glass before I leave. Vitamin smoothie recipe.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Oh dear.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
A little bit, yeah.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
She is the mama bear. Alright, that's a good place to take a pause. So thank you all so much for watching so far. I still don't know what that actually does. Yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back. In the meantime, bye!